Hello, everyone. It's Janine Ferrari from the Family Empowerment Team at the LTCCC. I'm here with my amazing and esteemed colleague, Gloria Murray, who is an ombudsperson and has a wealth of knowledge. Welcome to our Family Empowerment Half Hour, give or take, for July 2023. Just want to let you know we've got a bunch of guests today not so much guests, panelists. They're going to be telling us about their family council experiences. And just so you know, my colleague Eric will be placing a survey link in the chat. It's for a short, about 2-minute survey to take at the end of this session. If you wouldn't mind giving us those 2 minutes, we'd love to hear back from you about family councils.
Great. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us again. This is great. I'm Gloria Murray. I am Janine's partner in crime. And I'd like to welcome our family council representatives, our panelists today, who are going to share we're hoping their challenges and their successes that they have experienced over their time in family council development. So I'd like to first introduce, and if you would all just tell us your name, where you're from, and your commitment and your participation in the family council. Vicki, can we start with you, please?
Okay, my name is Vicki Craftifer. I'm out of Columbus, Ohio. And I just now, I've been having some sitting in Zooms with you and Janine there. I got a little tongue-tied, I'm sorry. And right now, the nursing home that my sister used to be at, a while back, their administrator had reached out to me to start a family council in that nursing home. I did contact him the other day to find out if he still wanted to do this, because it was kind of a tense situation there, because I have the Ohio Attorney General out there doing an investigation for criminal charges. So I wasn't real sure if he would still want me in there, but he does. So I feel kind of happy that he's at least giving me that chance, because I felt that he was in a position that he really cared about my sister. He cares about the people in the nursing home, and he cares about what goes on. However, he wants a job, so he has to do what the corporate says, things of that sort. So I got my foot into one that I'll be starting. Paul and I are trying to get all the particulars together so that I have it all done and everything, and going by the bylaws and all. So
Great. Thanks, Vicki.
Mm-hmm.
And let's turn to Trika. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little?
Yes, I'm Trika Rajapaksa. I'm in the steering committee of the Family Council at Riverside. I've been in the Family Council for 5 years. My loved one is a resident there. Our Family Council, we had some difficulty getting volunteers to be office holders. So we do have a president, vice president as secretary. And I was vice president up until about a year or two ago. But then, we needed a president. So every year we are supposed to elect one. And since nobody really volunteered, we formed a steering committee, myself, Cora Manso, and Gilbert Sabato. So do you want me to say something, Janine, or just introduce myself?
For right now, introducing is fine.
Okay, all right.
We appreciate that.
Thank
you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, great. I do not see Carol. I tried to.
Carol's having some audio difficulties, so she was gonna log off and come back on.
Okay, great. So when she comes back on. All right, Janine.
Okay. Well, then should we? Yeah. You know what? And now, Trika, since you were the last one to speak, tell us about. And you're here. Riverside is here in New York. Is it in New York City?
Yes, Upper West Side, New York City. It's in a very beautiful location. It's just by the river, the Hudson, and We have about 540 beds. It's a very large facility. We had change of administration starting March 1st of this year. Of course, COVID changed everything. So there was a hiatus of, much activity, but now we are almost back to normal. We have Zoom conferences every month, every second Tuesday of the month, and we have participants. Now, our challenges are, we have a hard time really recruiting family members. After all, with 540 beds, we should have at least 300, but we don't. And we put up notices and stuff. But lately, a lot of people are interested in joining us. I don't know the change, maybe because we're putting up more visible notices. And we have also an administrator who is promoting us, although the previous one was too, but he was faced with a huge, horrendous problem for the last 3 years with COVID, and we had quite a large death rate. So basically, other than the number of participants that are active, we have people that do reach out to us because we find that it's important to make our presence felt. So we visit, Cora and I visit very often, and people know that we are part of the steering committee. They come to us, even if they don't come to the meetings. We unfortunately do not have an ombudsman on site. So we are practically almost doing the job of the ombudsman. So we don't actually confine ourselves to the problems of our own family member. We are busybodies, and on each of our floors, obviously we can't go to every floor. Mine is a memory care floor. And I think everybody, all family members, don't have to be in the president or the steering committee. I believe that we should all participate and for the welfare of every resident. And there are so many things that we can do. For example, I found that the people in the dining hall were just waiting with a long face, waiting for dinner. So then we were able to get music for them. And it's amazing how these are memory impaired people, but they know, they can mouth the words of every song, a Motown song. They know the words. And people who are not supposed to even get up from their seat, suddenly Bill is getting up to dance. So they have to say, Bill, sit down, be careful, be careful. But music plays a big part, and the family comes in those things, or a wheelchair looks broken. Now, the other thing I found is we have to work with the administrator. We are not an agent of the administrator. I think Janine pointed that out at a previous conference, or somebody did. But we have to work with them. Whatever we feel about them, if we don't have any working relationship with them, we are not able to achieve anything. Maybe the other speakers and the other people in the other participants will have an input into that. If I'm going over my time, please, Janine, stop me.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So how do you, Trika, if I may, how do you recruit? Are you ever on site and meeting people and telling them about the family council? How do new family members?
Yeah.
And how often is that? And how do you do it? What are your tactics?
I go almost daily to see my husband. So every time I'm in the elevator, sometimes I make a nuisance of myself. I say, are you a family member? And we have a family council, and then in the elevator we have that notice, and we made it very beautiful with colors and so on, so it's there. And even some of them said, oh, we did notice a flyer. So then in the flyer we have put our email address, the family council email address, and we say, please email us, and we'll have your email. Because sometimes I made a mistake of asking them for their email, but then they don't want to give a stranger their email. They don't know where I'm coming from. They look like, they thought I was some kind of a pickpocket. So I realized that I'll just point out, to the email address, and that works. We have about 4 or 5 new people. Charles joins us every day, at every meeting. Charles is very useful, gives us information about the various state requirements and so on. So the people like to come and hear all the various duties of the administration and our duty as family members and so on. We have a resident council too. I don't know what happens at the resident council. That is a state mandate. Of course, as you know, the family council is not a state mandate, but it's a plus for the facility when they advertise themselves. Besides that, one of the main concerns that I'm going to get myself involved in, one thing is you have to be proactive. You have to be a little forward. So you have to bring up points with the administration individually, I really think. We can't do those things at the family. Oh, that's another thing. We have the administrator joining half of our family council meeting. I think that's a good thing because, excuse me, someone wanted to say something? Okay, no. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. Keep going. Good for you. Thank you.
So what I found was there was some opposition to this. Why should we invite him? But really, the family doesn't want to hear. I mean, they like to hear Charles's presentation, but they don't want to hear our voice. And what's the use of, just airing our grievances among ourselves? There is some use because we are venting our feelings, but that shouldn't really be the main goal. I think if there are problems, they can be directly addressed by the administrator. Some people say go through the directors, various directors of the concierge, music, and so on. I think that doesn't work. I have tried that. There'll be this delay, that delay, and the other delay. The administrator speaks directly to that person, engineering, it gets done. And we don't have time because our meeting is once a month. If a whole month goes and that thing has not been addressed, what's the use? So I think that's another thing. All the members who come now, the new people, they come because we say the administrator is coming. And that's our best selling point, I have noticed. And actually, it was Charles who came up with the idea that we should have the administrator for 1/2 or whatever time, but then he can come and leave so that we have privacy as well. The last thing I'm going to say is that there is a concern about this hourly hours per resident per day that the facility provides. Richard mentioned some numbers. I looked into it and I found that the New York State requires, and Richard, please correct me, 3.5 hours per day. And that would be nurses aid, LPN, and RN, any one of those. But out of that, 2.2 could be by CNA or would be, but the other, they say 1.1 should be the hours should be by an LPN or RN. So then the 2.2 and 1.1 does not add up, obviously, to 3.5. So there is some leeway. This I'm going to address, this point I'm going to discuss with the administrator. That's my next goal. Because yes, 3.5 you can do if you have enough people, but 1.1 for an LPN or RN per day, 1.1 hours per resident. I think that's very difficult to achieve. I'll have to.
This is a really good topic, Trika, and this is something that, if you don't mind, just because it's 12:15 already, 12:16.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, but it is a fascinating and really legitimate topic. Gloria and I would love to Zoom with you to further discuss this if you don't mind. But it's definitely something we want to touch upon. I don't want to leave our other two panelists stranded, if that's okay.
Oh my
Carol
God,
Wright,
I'm
can
so
you-
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm used
Not
to.
at all, not at all. Thank you. It's fascinating. I appreciate you. Thank you. Carol Wright, are you still on? She is from, I think it's called North Country. She's up in Chautauqua. She may not still be there. Okay.
She's muted, Janine. I don't know
There.
who she is. I think
you
she's
hear me?
on.
Yes, we can hear you. Hello, Carol.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us and for your time. I know you are a busy lady. Have you gotten the chance to get more people to join your family council? And if you did, how did you go about that? And
Well,
actually, if I may,
Mhm.
the resident council meetings also is something to think about in terms of getting more family members to join you through word of mouth when the residents speak to each other in resident council. So go ahead, Carol, I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. So we took your advice that you gave us, and I don't live where my mom's nursing home is, so I have to do everything remotely, but I go up every 6 weeks, let's say. And so the few people that I did have on the council printed up a little business card. One of them just did it on a Word document, cut it, and started passing it out to people. And it had my name and my phone number, and she would tell them about the council. And so I was just up there last weekend. We had a meeting and we had a great turnout, a lot of new people. So that was exciting.
That's awesome, Carol. That is
Yes.
very awesome.
Yeah, I felt so positive after that. Yeah, it really
And
worked.
that you're building it from not being at the facility, because you are actually have helping hands in the facility, helping you build it, which is immensely important, that it's not just you. Very
Yes.
cool. Very cool.
Yes. Yeah, so that worked out really well.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That is
Absolutely.
wonderful. I'm glad to hear that tactic worked. And everyone else on this Zoom call, take that to heart. You really just have to pull up a Word document, type out your name, your contact information, and the words family council, cut it up into little business card like sizes and hand it out. It's on
Yeah.
little scraps of paper, but people really do they adhere to that. They really need to think about it sometimes. They gotta step back. Do I want to join a family council or not? Some people aren't good at making a decision right when you're in their face, so to speak, and talking to them. They need some time to reflect and think about it. So many
Carol-
people think that family councils will take a lot of time, and they don't actually. Go ahead,
Carol,
Gloria,
are
I'm
you
sorry.
still using the Zoom room for your meetings?
Well, we did the one that you guys had set up for us, and
Mhm.
then I'm actually going to be up there again in August, so I'll do a live one. Last one was live, next one will be live, and then from there on, when we'll use the Zoom room.
Great.
And we've
Awesome.
scheduled, that was the other thing. It was kind of willy-nilly, like, when are we going to do it? It was whenever I was coming, but now that we have a set third Wednesday, we picked a time, so everybody knows that. Unless I'm there, we'll do it live. So that's worked out. That's going to be great.
Great.
That's great. Thank
Very
you.
exciting.
Just a little
Very
more
happy.
organized.
Everything takes time, and
Yeah.
especially if you're working remotely, you're doing the best you can, and people will recognize that. Don't feel pressured, not just Carol, but everyone else on this Zoom. You can do what you can, and that's why it helps to have help.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why it helps to
And-
ask for help. It's hard to
and our-
ask for help, though.
Our Zoom is going to be on Wednesdays. We picked Wednesdays and we said 7:00 at night because we figured anyone after work or after going in to feed their family member, if they do that or visit them. So that the last one that seemed to work for people. So we're going to
Great.
see how that goes.
Great.
You.
Thanks, Carol,
The
for
other
sharing.
thing is, while I was there, It's beautiful weather outside, so I use that time when I take my mother out on the porch because we have a porch at the facility. And every time somebody walked up those steps to go in the building, we said hello, introduced ourselves. And so take that opportunity as well. If you're sitting outside with your loved one, you'll see people walk by the whole day.
A little
Well, you're not gonna be
ambassador.
out there all day, but
Great.
FaceTime
you.
is crucial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you for that. We appreciate you. And we know you're a busy lady, making other people's dreams, design dreams beautiful and actualizing them. So good for you. I
you.
appreciate you joining us and sharing those,
Yeah,
pearls of wisdom. Thank you for that.
you're
Um,
welcome.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions? Joe Mills had asked you when the time of your Zoom meetings are, and you answered him. You said 7 o'clock at night.
Mhm. Yeah.
Joe Mills, do you have any other questions for her? No?
Can I say one other thing that
Yeah.
I noticed that has been helpful? Is creating that mission statement and getting that mission statement out there. I made sure we had that on our flyer that they put at the front desk. So that has helped. And then during the meeting, I created an agenda that you guys told me would be helpful. It made the meeting flow so much better. And I could tell that everybody was more willing to come back because we focused on all the residents. We focused on a time frame, so it worked really well.
Great. That is exciting. Very good.
Yes,
That
it
very
is.
exciting.
Good for
Janine,
you. Thank you.
shall we
Thank
move
you
on
for
to
that.
Vicky?
Yes, let's move on to Vicky. Vicky, are you around still? Are you still here?
Yep, I'm still here.
Hey there. So
I was just
talk to
kind of
us.
reading. Okay, I was just kind of reading the chats there while Carolyn was talking, and somebody had posted up there about going to a resident council meeting and asking if you could sit, somebody from the family council could go in and sit during their meeting and then kind of ask if anybody would be interested in joining the family council. I thought that was kind of a good idea. I didn't know how you guys felt about that. I kind of wanted to find out if that would be something that I should do.
I would, the one thing I would caution, because you're in Ohio. I don't know what the legislation is like in Ohio for resident councils.
Uh-huh.
I know in New York, a family member has to be invited in by a resident in order to attend a family council meeting. So just check with that. If that's the same thing in Ohio, you are good to go.
Okay, I know they let my sister go into the resident council ones, and
She's a
I'm her
resident.
legal guardian, so I didn't know if that would give me the right to go in with her.
You should really
do I still
look.
have-
Yes, it doesn't matter whether you've got to find out what is the legislation like in Ohio with resident councils. How do they allow family members, and how are the family members allowed in? It's usually by invitation, at least in New York.
Right. Well, and
Okay.
Janine, it is. as
And Richard's saying
as
that's
Richard said,
federal.
It's federal.
So the
so
resident
they
council can decide who to come.
Yes. And Vicky,
Okay.
just go find out who the resident council president is. And if you know who it is, ask if you can join in, tell them your family council and you would like to just kind of attend and listen in and maybe gain some insight for your family council as well, because that would be listening to them and what they're challenged with. And it might be great to have them understand what the family council is, so they don't feel like there's someone out there, trying to do things without them knowing it, but you would be able to
Right.
actually talk to them and maybe present what family council is. So that would be great. We'd like to hear the results of that, Vicky. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well,
first and
thank you.
foremost, tell your sister your plans, because then she will help get that relayed through with the other residents. She's doing part of the work for you. So don't forget to
Okay.
include your sister in that plan.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Vicky.
So Vicky, how do you recruit for family council?
How do I do what?
Are you recruiting for family council right now?
I'm right now, Paul and I are working on a strategy there. Like I said, the old nursing home that my sister was at has already approached me. I have an aunt that just got moved to another nursing home that's like about 10 minutes down the road from me. My cousin is in there. So she's going to the resident council meetings. That's why I was kind of questioning, if I could go in there. Now, I know my cousin could probably get one started in the nursing home down that's, real close to me and stuff like that. So if she can get either her foot in the door there or my foot in the door, I can go down there and do it. And then, do Zoom, but then occasionally go in and do a live meeting as well. So, but I'm still trying to, get my foot in the doors of them and stuff. So,
Okay. Great.
Good for you. Everyone starts somewhere. So
Yes.
as long as you've started, you will get something done. Good for you, Vicky. We're really proud of you. Thank you for
thank you.
sharing that with us. You bet.
well, and I was going to say too, I don't know how to do this yet, but we have a Ohio State Fair going on right now. And I was just notified by the Ohio Department of Aging that they're having a 60s and older free day. So you get to go in, and Ursula McElroy and all the directors and et cetera of the Ohio Department of Aging are going to be there. They're going to have like a little health fair there and stuff. And I thought of just leaving my business card there and stuff and letting them know that if they know anybody would be interested in a family council, to give me a call. So I didn't know if it'd be appropriate to just leave my card there with them.
Yes.
Okay.
What we found out, especially during COVID, is do what you think is right until someone tells you
Uh-huh.
not to do it, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
if you
just-
wait to ask for permission, it may be too late.
Yep.
Seize the
Correct.
moment, carpe diem, as they say in Latin.
Yeah, I figured while they're all out there, I could just give each one of them one, Somebody will
Right,
pass the
and
word
you'll
along.
be at the state fair. It's like win-win
Yes, that is true.
for you. Good for you. Let's see, it is 12:29. I know we still have a few minutes because it's a soft half hour. Thankfully, Eric, our IT and communications director, Guru, will not shut us down at 12:30. Are there any other questions? Are there questions in the chat? Anyone want to ask anything? We did receive some really good questions when people were signing up.
Oh,
I know that I don't know if Angela Zeppatello is here. She was exploring forming a family council, and we can help you with that. If you're not here, Gloria and I can email you afterwards. I know Karen Klink wanted to talk about her mom living in a small board and care. I emailed you. We'd love to talk to you about that. Is Dorothea Warren here? She's an ombuds person in a facility without a family council. Are you here? Okay, not to worry if you're not here. Is Patricia Ryan here? She had wanted to know who facilitates family council meetings, and the answer
Yes, I'm
is
here. I'm sorry. I'm Patricia.
it's
I'm Pat
okay.
Ryan. Yes.
That's okay. It's all right. Patricia Ryan, you had asked an excellent question. You asked who facilitates the meetings for family councils. And do you have in your family council, do you have a de facto leader or or founder?
No, we don't have one at the present moment. And I'm an ombudsman in one meeting, one home, but I have a relative in another home in New York. And I would like to start it, or at least to help get it started.
Okay, do it. Because that's what I found. I founded in my dad's nursing home. He lives in a VA nursing home in Montrose, a New York State, run nursing home. And me together with my co-founder, we looked around and there wasn't a family council, so we started one because time is of the essence. And that's a long way, a lot of words to just say. If you don't see the leader, become the leader, even if it's just temporary. But it's got to be done. Family councils are so advantageous to residents first. Residents are the ones who benefit from family councils, then families. And if your resident is happy, then you're benefiting. So please, please start that
Right.
family council.
And also, Janine, remember that family councils are for the families, by the families. So who
Yes.
facilitates the meetings is a family member, leader, coordinator, co-founder, whatever you want to call it. Staff administration only needs to be there if you have concerns that you want to discuss with the administrator or the director of nurses or whoever. So it is really the families who facilitate the meeting. The facility is responsible to help promote the meeting for you. So again, Janine and I would love to talk with you about it and possibly answer some of your questions, but also Eric has put in the chat the family council regulation fact sheet. It's the link for that, and that's there too. So avail yourself to that and give us a call. Let us see what we can do to help you.
Is Roxanne Montgomery among us? Are you here, Roxanne? Roxanne had asked a wonderful question when she signed up for this family empowerment half hour. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm looking here. She asked, what are some tips for getting families to participate in a family council? Lack of time prevents many from participating. And Roxanne, I have to tell you, that is the age-old, not only question, but challenge, right? What usually happens is if you have time, put it in. And what people tend to do is the more they participate in the family council meetings, the more they see it's worth their time and they'll make time. So we've got to prove to ourselves and to others that it's worth to put aside that time. I can tell you that our family council has been meeting for my dad's nursing home. We've been meeting for an hour every Wednesday at 1 o'clock for the last 3+ years. And people do make the time for that. It's become a part of their weekly schedule because they derive so much out of it. So it really is, it's up to you and your family council members.
And also keeping to a time frame. Don't just
Yes.
make it unending, but that's the other thing that will help families come. If you say it's an hour, keep it to an hour. And as Carol had stated in her presentation, she had an agenda. She kept it to an agenda. They have it organized. And that's what families are going to come back for. They want to see the purpose. So again, yes, keep an agenda, get a mission statement, and just start out with the Zoom and see how you make out.
Yes.
You know? Absolutely.
Roxanne, can you talk? Are you able to turn on your unmute yourself? Okay, she had just put in the question, the Q&A, that she was here. Is Melody Stark here? I'm wondering if Melody Stark is here because she asked another excellent question, and her question when she signed up was basically, in getting a family council started, how is contact made with families, especially if administration is reluctant to have a family council? That is a classic gem. That's like one of the number one things to do. And what we found, and especially in my father's nursing home, is we found roping in, getting the ombudsman involved, our ombudsperson helped us to kind of convince the administration of my dad's nursing home that they needed to meet with us. They needed to recognize our suggestions. They needed to recognize us as the de facto family council. It took a few months, but Judy Farrell, our esteemed and well-loved ombudsperson, I think she's in Region 4, helped us get that through their heads, and it's worked wonderfully ever since. So if you have an ombudsperson in your region that you can talk to, reach out to them. They are there for you and the residents. They know that a family council is really, yes, it's by the families, for the families, but it's for the residents. So they will help you.
Yes. And also, if you're starting up a family council and you have a date, let them know when that date is, because they might be able to talk to families when they're visiting with residents and see families in their rooms, but definitely keep them included in your plans for family council. Also,
Yes.
I just want to, Janine, Gloria Boyd has, as an ombudsman, I wish to reestablish a council at the facility. really you need the families to establish it. We can help them build it, but you want them to take the lead on this. And as an ombudsman, you don't want to take the lead on a family council. You want that family, you want those families to really take the lead, be the coordinator, and you be there to help spread the word about the family council starting.
And what they could do, Gloria,
Yeah.
is that they can introduce them to us.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
we'll take, that's that they hand them off to us.
Yeah,
And we help the ombuds people in all the states with the family council formation. So don't worry, we're here for you. You do the heavy lifting and we'll take care of this little, the very important part of being an advocate and a family member.
Yeah.
Introduce them to us, email us. Eric has put our email address in the chat. It's families@ltccc.org. Please use us because we have a lot of experience, a lot of answers, and what we don't know, we'll find out. Thank you, Eric. Families@ltccc.org, the Long-Term Care Community Coalition.org. We're here for you and we will not give up on you.
I think one thing, I had a family council in existence and the people that were running it, their loved one passed and then we didn't have any people and it died off. But I think the main thing that needs to be overcome with the family's thought is that some feel, I've done advocacy work all my life, but feel that they want to get what's best for their loved one and they don't want to spoil it so that they don't want it for the rest of the people because they feel singly that they can get something accomplished for them rather than the facility accommodating all of the residents with that particular thing. So I think sometimes, and also the retaliation, all of that comes into play to get family members to join a family council.
Thank you for saying that, Gloria. And that is something that I found even in my own family council that I helped to form. Thing is, that fear of retaliation, while it is just, and it is definitely well-deserved to be fearful of that because it does happen. We know there have been several studies and many articles saying that retaliation does exist. The thing to remember is the administration is not going to know who's in your family council if they're not running the family council. So what's to lose? What have you got to lose by getting involved? The family council is apart from the administration. They do not run it. It's a separate entity. Families run it.
yes. And the other thing too, that's a very good reason for you to have a mission statement. So families understand that you're coming together for the benefit of everybody. And actually all of you should, will bring issues or concerns to the family council awareness and share it there. And all of you should decide on how to best approach it, discuss how to best approach it. Maybe there's one great negotiator in the group that is a good, negotiator with the administration or presenting it in a way that is, beneficial for everyone. That's the reason you want to have an agenda. That's the reason you want to make sure that you are bringing concerns to the family council and only inviting the administration there when you really have some concerns that you want to see how they can resolve. But I will give you one thing from an ombudsman perspective is before you do that, decide what the resolution is that you're looking for, because that's what you want to work towards, right? You don't want to just bring them in to hash around the issue of cold food or a short staffing or anything like that. You actually want to have, yes, we have short staffing. What would you like to see? How do you think it should be addressed? And then bring them in and ask them those questions. Ask them those questions that will lead you to the resolution. You may not like a resolution and you have that ability not to, but you're all working together. And just a note on retaliation, it can happen if you go and advocate singularly for your family member or whether you're advocating for as a group. There's no limits on retaliation. You just have to be very much aware. It is something that exists and you want to be careful. That's all.
Thank you, Gloria. We're going to be wrapping this up. I just want to say, let either Trika or Vicky or Carol, if you want to say something quickly before the end of this session, let us know. Chime in. We're here for you. And you are, people that we invited to speak about your, your experience with family council. So is there anything else you'd like to add or share with our audience?
One of the things is about inviting, going to the residence council meeting. We had a problem with that. Of course, if it's by invitation, that's great. But we had a couple of residents coming to the family council and they were quite disruptive. So this is a double-edged sword, and you have to think about that. But if it's strictly by invitation, I think you can get over that problem.
Yes, I agree. Agreed. Because you're a guest. You should act as a guest.
Yeah.
But take notes. Take lots of notes, right? Because then you can come back and share the notes and your experience with the family council in your next meeting and figure out where to go from there. So thank you for that. You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't want to forget, Carol or Vicky, is there anything else that you'd like to add? And Trika, we definitely want to Zoom with you. And we know that you're a busy lady, but we would love to work with you on your family council to learn more, and perhaps we can help guide you with some of the challenges that you're facing.
Thanks.
Vicky and Carol, is there anything you'd like to add? Okay, without further ado, please, as I had mentioned before, Haley and Eric will be putting a survey link in the chat. If you could just take 2 minutes of your time and fill out that survey, it will help us and families and residents greatly. And at the end of the day, we're all here for families and residents and families. Together, we can make this happen. We can fix our system, but we need to work together. It's all we have to do is work together. And that effort will really change things.
We can make a difference.
Thank you. We can make the difference.
Thank you for
Any-
organizing this, Janine and Angela. I think
You're
it's very,
welcome.
very useful.
You're
for us.
welcome. You're welcome. And Kathleen Gerard, I have not forgotten you. I'm going to be emailing you with a couple of dates and times because we really want to meet with you, especially about assisted living. We definitely have some answers and we can put our heads together. Everyone else, please remember, you can email us at families@ltccc.org. Yes. And we will put a Zoom or a call together for you. Let's meet and let's fix this system. And thank you, Haley, for that family empowerment survey link at the end here at the chat. Thanks everyone for your questions. Thanks for logging on. We know that your time is valuable. We appreciate you. Thank you. Enjoy this hot day and hot weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet.
Bye-bye.